And here's another feedback rain order from a very long time client. And you see feedback rain, if you don't know already, it's basically a client gives their characters and I do whatever I want with them. There's no client direction and they give me free reign to interpret their characters however I wish. And that could mean like even redesigning them. And so with this one, I just redesigned the other character. You'll probably see him in a minute. But they're in a bestial form, and I just redesigned that just a bit. And with the character you see here, I decided to make them into a bestial form. And I think the client revealed that this one does have their own form, but they just provided their human form. So their humanoid form. So I just did my version of their monster, and of how, because the immediate thought, they did request these characters before, and at the time I thought they just wanted semi feedback, so I kept the designs as is for the most part. And I was like, man, I should have made the other one. So this is basically like a this is like a second chance order of sorts. So I could do the immediate thought that came to mind, and so I thought it would be. For some reason, I'm into the idea of having one character like lick hard on the other, and it's just been on my mind lately, I guess. And with this one, I know I wanted the little one who's on top, by the way. His monster form is on top, and I wanted him like kind of attacking or attacking him with licks. And so you could imagine he jumped. Sorry. Uh, you could imagine he jumped on him like really hard or something, and so the big one he's just amused by it, and the little one. So I thought it would be cool. I love balance, and that's my thing. Oh, and the reason I have him nude is because why not? If he was clothed, why have him clothed? So and I thought it would just be more interesting. I just felt like being nude, and even though now I could see putting clothes on and making them look torn, as if he transformed and then he's mad at the other guy. But yeah, I didn't go that route. So anyway, and I love flowy. So I love balance and flowy, and working with the by balance I mean like working with not only the poses and the view, but the negative space. And so if this one, I I loved the thought that came to mind of showing him his tail like drag behind him, and I wanted to show his the bottom guy's ass. I actually wanted it at a more mouse eye view angle, but you see, I ended up not doing that. Even though I wanted to, it just sometimes the piece just fucking does not do what my mind tells it to do, and it takes more time and effort to like really accomplish the general idea of what I want sometimes. But these are sketches, and so I shouldn't spend too much time on it. And so that's why sometimes I just leave it as is because of the time thing. It's like I know I could just keep on going and I could even make it like really pro quality, but I have to know my limits with these commissions, and so that's why. And I just love flowy shit, and I've been really into having fangs be not like of the teeth, but like part of the skin right there. Cause when you have long when I see characters with long jutting fangs, like out of their gums, it looks weird to me, and I'm like, okay, so can you like I can't really imagine them talking and having it not affect much, you know. So with this, so that's why I like to prefer the skin hardening into the fang, And with the bottom guy, I love that it comes up on the bottom. And I love when certain ideas come to mind, and I'm like, oh, I have to use that in a personal project or one of the projects I do on my own. And so, even though you can't really tell, you can only tell in the line art that the fang comes from the bottom. But uh, probably if there was shading involved, you could probably tell more. But I also like that because I was imagining seeing him walk around and seeing people think that it's part of his hair, perhaps, or something, and then they realize, oh no, it's part of his skin, and that's what comes to mind when I do these, um, or with anything really. That's why I have a ban list because I imagine it really happening. I imagine these characters really existing, and like, so how would it work if it was existed? And that I think that helps with my anatomy too because I know my anatomy can be wrong with the sketches. Like with here, that back, it looks weird and I can't pinpoint exactly. And so it's like, it's close to being correct, but it's not really. But anyway, so, and I thought it would be cool to make the little guy, the one on top, who's not a beast, into like a opposite color, like contrasting color. Contrast, that's what I meant. So, and that's what he is. And see, you see what I did to change. So I just love putting my own twist on things and showing my design skills off. But thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. Bye.